Qantas is an iconic Australian organisation that has existed for over 100 years now. It is currently led by CEO Alan Joyce and is renowned worldwide for providing an upmarket, safe and reliable domestic and international airline service to millions. The Qantas Group also has a subsidiary called Jetstar. As you probably know, the group reported an underlying profit before tax of $1.3 billion for the financial year of last year. However, due to COVID-19, the share price has dropped from $4.49 to $2.14. My presentation will focus mainly on Qantas feedback and metrics from prior to the pandemic, just to give a more holistic representation of the organisation. There's some strong identifiers for a customer who would fly with Qantas. They usually are either flying for business, therefore their organisation has a relationship with Qantas, or they're flying for leisure. The demographic that they belong to is usually age 30 to 60, mid to high socioeconomic status, highly educated, and they're usually employed professionals. So therefore they have that higher disposable income to be able to afford a more upmarket airline. Behavioural, they use the airline moderately to heavily. They also have a strong loyalty. Psychologically, they're quite sophisticated, conservative, and of a high social status. To give you an overview, 19,600 reviews were left on TripAdvisor. 7,400 were excellent, 6,000 were very good. Customer service was one of the top reviewed themes. They were mostly negative, as it was reported that the call centres were not up to scratch, as they're taking a long time for customers to actually get through and talk to someone, and their issues took a long time to resolve. Value for money appeared to be fairly discretionary. It changed a lot. There was a lot of negative and positive. However, marketing strategies can improve people's perception of value for money, which brings me to the business lounge. That is one way of doing that. Qantas offer complimentary food and drinks to loyal Qantas customers. Also, the safety record was had mostly positive reviews, and this is a major point of difference for Qantas, and people are prepared to pay more for safety. The metrics I have chosen are a number of customer and market-related metrics. Firstly, CLV, customer lifetime value, can be defined as the value of cash flow over a current period of time from a customer relationship. Customer satisfaction is a measurement of customer satisfaction or dissatisfaction based off the customer's preconceived expectations. Market share, the percentage of sales in a product category held by a particular company. For example, a different product category for Qantas would be business class or economy class. Market growth, the percentage of market growth increasing or decreasing the market for a product or service over a selected period of time. Brand penetration is a quantification of people buying a product or service within a selected period of time divided by the size of the concerned market's population. When I ranked the metrics 1 to 5, I ranked customer lifetime value to be first because majority of Qantas's customer base are loyal customers who've been flying with Qantas for years. It's important to preserve this. One way of preserving this is through customer satisfaction, seeing if your customers are satisfied, therefore they won't leave to join competitive airlines. Another one is market growth. This is useful for seeing the bigger picture and also looking at the macro environment. Market share is the same. It's useful for looking at the bigger picture and pinpointing certain products, and comparing brand penetration was probably last. So in short, I would use ServQual for assessing the customer service. I would implement this through a Qantas entertainment app. I would have a pop-up at the end of the flight for people to leave a review or fill out the survey. CLV can be measured by using data, basically, using the Qantas database to track individual profiles and see what their lifespan is and see what their value that they're bringing to the organisation. Market share and growth, you just can maybe contact the finance sector and get some figures, and then there's an algorithm to look at that. And then brand penetration, you can assess by perhaps surveying people on whether or not they like the brand. Summarily, marketers for Qantas can vastly improve their service by paying attention to customer service and value for money. They can do this by looking at the metrics that are both customer and market related, like the ones I mentioned before. Thanks for listening.